Hello. Welcome to our next episode of Dragon Age. I am looking a little different than I did last time because I am under the weather and I decided I didn't want to be on camera. So you get to see my cute avatar. Anyways, before we get started, I'm going to say a few words about our sponsors and let everybody introduce themselves, and then we'll hop right in. So sponsors, let me get those links into chat. Our Fundamental RPG, it's a simple D20 system that's not tied to any genre, so you can use it to play any style of game from high fantasy to sci-fi and everything in between. And you can pick that up on Amazon if you want the physical copy. If you prefer a PDF, you can pick that up at coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled at the bottom of the screen. And then also go check out Die Hard Dice at dieharddice.com. If you use the code Animus with a capital A, you can get 15% off of your order until December 20th. Normally it's just 10%, but they upped the discount until December 20th for the holidays. So very cool. If you're looking for a metal set, there's a link in chat to the Mythica Dreamscape Nightshade set, which is really, really pretty and a lot of fun to roll. And then if you want a polymer set, I cannot recommend enough the Blackfeather Avalor set, which was made for Blackfeather Guild. They are very pretty, sort of a clear polymer with black and purple sort of swirls throughout it with glitter. It's kind of hard to describe, really, depending on how you hold it or how the light hits it. It kind of changes color a bit like a raven feather. It's very cool. It comes with Blackfeather Guild crest sticker, and yeah, go check that out. There's a link directly to that in chat as well. And that out of the way, we'll do intros starting on the top left with Paladin. Tell us a little bit about Jade and yourself.
Well, I'm Paladin Hulk, Twitch moderator for Random Tuesday, Little Red Dot, and Posh Scripted. And the person I'm playing is Jade, your humble servant and the world's very best elven butler, who has absolutely no skeletons in his closet because he barely has a closet. We're stuck in the Fade, had a bit of a nightmare where he showed off what an awful person he is, really, but also that he's had to deal with a lot of struggle in his life. So that excuses everything.
Where did he put his skeletons then?
That's none of your business.
He sharpened them into cutlery.
Well, that's why things won't fit in the closet.
Literally
They're
bone
really
china.
tightly packed.
Yeah.
Either that or like in the cupboard that's labeled Spooky Scary.
We're totally not skeletons.
Maybe he has like a hobby that's gardening, and this is why.
Yeah.
Does he take care of the pigs?
Ooh,
That's probably too dirty for him.
that's fair. All right, so I'm next. Hi, I'm Raven. I'm very out of it. As I mentioned, I'm under the weather, so I'm gonna be a little out of it today. But I'm Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for all the various things that I do, most of which are tabletop related or adjacent. My link tree is there in chat, or if you can't see chat, it's linktr.ee/theraven. And then I play Drafearth or Draff. She's a punk rock mage and Grey Warden who's very anti-establishment, tends to get into trouble, and knows next to zero offensive spell abilities. So she just heals everything, and it's kind of funny. Also, she's a boat.
Yes.
Next, we've got...
He's a good book.
Yeah. Next, we've got Anina. Tell us a little bit about Velica and yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Anina Kasky. I'm an actor and writer, and I also have a YouTube channel for things, comedy sketches, comedic monologues, and a dark drama web series. And I stream tabletop roleplay here, and also on Bardic Quest, where I play a badass Viking fighter called Surga. So do check out Bardic Quest, called Bardic Quest YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel, The Awkward Actress. I'll put the links into the chat as usual. And today I'm playing Velica, the city mage who we found out spent most of her life hiding in a shed. she's got a bit of amnesia, but she remembered a few things last episode.
It's got a spirit buddy.
Yeah, I have a Casper friend. I'm calling him
Yes.
Casper from now on.
I can dig it.
Love that. So, sorry, my cat was doing something. I was trying to figure out what she was getting into. She's fine. She's just making weird noises.
As God intended.
Yes. Next, we've got B. Tell us a little bit about Alan and yourself.
Yeah, I'm John Belson. I also go by Troll and Pretty Princess. If you want to track me down, one of those will likely find you. I'm one of the head writers for the Neon Devils webtoon that somebody's probably going to post the link for because I perpetually forget to, and then I just rely on other people to be nice to me and put it up. Yeah, but I'm playing Alan, who is a Kunari himbo murder baker. I think is that's we're gonna go with here. He had to face a bunch of his nightmares last time, which kind of revolved around having Velica scared of him. That was kind of the big thing there. Yeah, but as far as Elon is concerned, he is on adventure with bestest friend, Cake Lady, and Boat.
Fantastic. All right. And then Hannah, tell us about yourself and take it away.
I am Hannah. We're having a day, but it's gonna be all right. Oh my gosh, my whole brain just shut down as usual. Okay, so the last time, as mentioned, we had a little bit of a nightmare experience where everyone had to kind of face their fears. And by that I mean get yeeted out of their fears by Velica. And them. They also did the work.
In one case, get punched by Alan. Well, with a sword.
Traff almost died, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just a flesh wound.
It's fine. It's fine.
And then Velica's lovely spirit friend informed them that the nightmare is still around and they should probably be careful while they attempt to get out of the Fade. And that's kind of where we are right now. So the spirit is kind of hanging off to the side, waiting for you all to settle down and sort your stuff out. Don't run with scissors, Paladin.
No, I'm scared to run with scissors, and I have to face my fears.
But that's a rule for a reason.
Sometimes fears are reasonable. It makes sense.
I'm afraid of heights, so to face my fears, I must jump off of this cliff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All you need is a parachute or like water or a trampoline.
Oh, I was supposed to have a parachute? Aw, damn it.
Now they tell me.
Anywho, so
Anyway, so I believe that we just kind of got Jade out lastly. And
Yes.
Yes.
that is where we are. The spirit is kind of further in the direction that you guys had already been heading to find all of your friends, where on the horizon it is dark and lightning-y and scary.
So has my spirit friend disappeared?
No, they're still here. They're just
Okay.
kind of waiting for y'all to
catch up.
sort out your stuff.
I'm still like adjusting my clothes, brushing off the dust from that
Oh,
crystal thing.
Ellen is having a very
Right.
quiet existential crisis.
Oh.
Draff is literally asleep on the ground because at the very end of the
Oh.
last session, she went, I take nap right here. And laid
Oh
down.
yeah. Velica was clutching onto Jade's arm like that.
Okay.
All right, so we have Alan having an existential crisis. Draff is asleep on the ground, and Velica is clinging to Jade.
Yeah, which he just loves.
It's his favorite.
Yeah.
Like when she hugged him last time, and he literally jumped. So, what would you
Yeah.
all like to do moving forward then?
Mr. Maras, if you wouldn't mind picking up Miss Draffeth.
go over the shoulder.
There we go.
As
So we're not going to wake
fine.
Draff up. We're just going to whoop.
perfect. Draft
Well, I
mutters.
figure being walked around on a shoulder covered in full plate, you're gonna wake up pretty quick.
Clunk.
You say that.
Ow.
Clang.
But yeah, as you do that, Draft just kind of mumbles something like, I want pancakes. And then is just sort of
And we stop. We will make pinky.
is just after that.
I'll also brush some of the dust off of Valika.
Oh.
Gotten all dirty.
Well, you know, you were all covered in these rocks, and I got you all out.
Yes,
Thank you.
well done. And apparently you've picked up another friend. So what is
Oh.
that exactly?
Spirit like gives a little wave.
They've just always been there. They've always looked after me, made sure I was safe.
This is the first I'm seeing this thing.
Yeah, well, they come when I need them.
Oh.
I just remembered
Good.
that they come when I need them.
But what is it? Is it a demon?
No, it's a spirit.
Please come when need. What is does not matter.
I'll look to Draffer for a second opinion on it being a demon, but unconscious, so.
Oh,
It told me where all of you were.
Drafferth just mutters something in her sleep. No, you stop disrespecting authority.
It told me where all of you were, and that I needed to get to you quickly.
Well, apparently it knows what we're doing, so might as well follow.
mm.
The spirit gives a little bow and then starts to walk away.
Alan's just gonna start following.
Yeah, let's follow them.
So you've remembered a bit about your past then, knowing that this thing has always been with you?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's
I-
good.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is good.
You don't seem like it's good. Did you have an unfortunate childhood?
I think my parents are gone.
Yes, as are mine.
Don't have
Parents.
parents.
They do their best, but in the end, it's all up to you.
Yeah, I just
The
I think
spirit
I
actually kinda
remembered.
The spirit stops and waits for you and then holds out a comforting hand for you to take, Velika.
Okay, I take one hand off Jade and clutch the ghost. I think I remembered when they died. They died when I came through that mirror.
Oh, that's fairly recent then. I'm sorry for your loss, Valak.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, they hid me. They put me under the floorboards because someone was coming.
What?
Yeah. I remembered our little. I remembered our hut. And someone was
Oh.
coming, and I had to hide under the floorboards, and I've done that before.
What did Huts look like? Also, Alan is like not looking directly at anybody. Like he is actively looking away from everybody.
As long as you're carrying Drafforth, we're all good.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a little. It was a little cottage in the woods.
Mm.
And someone came, and I I heard shouting. And they told me to be quiet because they were looking for me. And then they were just about to find me, and I think the spirit shoved me through that mirror.
Hmm.
You see you. He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
And yeah.
See you from Monster. He's good.
Yeah, it saved me from the
He's
slavers.
good. He's good.
Do you think
Monster, yes. Saved from Monster. We go.
Alan, are you okay?
yeah, you're being unusually talkative?
Mm. Mm.
You hear the sound. You hear a sound up ahead.
Oh,
Oh, wonderful.
It sounds possibly like fighting, and you distinctly hear a human-sounding voice yelling. Well, person-sounding voice.
Well, let's get ready for more trickery.
I'm going to actively shake Graf to see if I can get her to wake up.
Yes, good idea, Mr. Moraz. Let's wake up Draffeth. And
There's
remember, if the person that's fighting over there is anyone you know, they're not real. It's all just in your head.
Draft just groans like, 5 more minutes, and then
No,
and
not his
then
time.
kind of wakes up a little bit more. Is like, all right, we're still in the fade. Shit. It sort of slides down the front of Alan, almost like an ooze, and stands up and slaps herself on the cheeks. You know, just the gotta wake up. I was like, all right, what now?
There's
I think we
another
might.
thing up ahead.
I think we might have to fight again.
Oh joy.
So
All
the-
right.
The spirit leads you around a bend, and into sight comes a humanoid figure in full plate armor and Grey Warden colors. And you catch them right as they are cutting down a monster that looks different for each one of you.
Ooh.
Interesting.
That's cool.
What sort of fears? Like, what sort of small monstrous fears might each of you have?
Monstrous fears?
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
spiders, ooze, slugs, just like something that would upset you, but not necessarily terrify you.
oh, some kind of undead.
Yeah, all right.
I don't know, something with tentacles.
Respectable.
Most likely, Alan sees the battle trance version of himself.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Trafford sees somebody in very fancy clothing that looks not identical to, but not dissimilar from Jade.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna change mine because I was gonna go something, more humanoid, but then I thought it had to be a monster. So mine's gonna look like
It could be a humanoid for all of you.
yeah, like a scary, imposing man with chains that's holding chains.
All right, so you all see this man who cuts down the last, there's a whole slew of the bodies of monsters on the ground, and he cuts down the last. And then he seems to hear one of you and whips his head around and goes, "Who goes there?"
Oh, it's a Grey Warden, Trafford. This is one of yours.
Great Warden.
Is this your father or something?
Gonna take a defensive stance.
It's not. It's not wearing Grey Warden.
No,
outfit,
the
Jade.
Yes,
monster
he's wearing
looks different for all of us that it cut down. He
The one-
looks like
the
a dude
man.
wearing grey. Yeah.
Ah, sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good. So there's a man. He's got long black hair,
Yeah. I
sunken
misunderstood.
eyes, and full plate Grey Warden armor.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Draff is just like looks at Jay's like, it's not really how it works. It's not like a family trait or anything.
Look, I don't. He's clearly one of yours, so you know.
He has assumed a defensive stance.
Can Drafferth sense that he's a Grey Warden?
Yeah.
She does the fry squint. Adam's like, he seems like a Grey Warden, but what are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you, apparitions.
I'm not the. You're the apparition. I'm the real one.
No, you're the apparition.
No, you.
Where
Do we
No
have
one
to
can
do
physically
this?
come into the Fade.
Well,
I can. It's a long story.
and if that's the case, then how are you here?
Well, I. Then he kind of like lowers his sword and shield a little bit and goes, "Well, I came here with that elf and the Inquisitor, right?"
I mean, that seems like an obvious lie. The Inquisitor's completely safe.
Well, yes, because I stayed behind so they could escape.
Mm-hmm.
Draff
I
Who
don't
are
know
you?
what this lie is that you're telling, but it's not very believable.
Think of this: if we were monsters, surely we'd look scarier.
Look at this. Look at Alan. I don't know.
He hasn't actually,
Melica's
like, he hasn't
pointing
actually
towards
like
herself.
relaxed at all. He's still just.
Yeah.
Sometimes the scariest things of all are not the monsters.
It's true. I'm
Maybe your own
Drafferth.
people.
You do. You really are a Grey Warden. You're real, aren't you?
Last time I checked.
Wait, is this not a demon? How can we be sure?
I've
And he
never.
kind of like looks at Draff and like,
Draft just looks at everybody's like, well, I've never seen a demon mimic a Grey Warden before. Like, it feels like a Grey Warden.
I don't think it's a demon.
What do you mean he feels like a Grey Warden?
I don't know. It's
the Grey
hard.
Warden can sense similar people to themselves and also Darkspawn.
What he
yes.
said.
And he finally puts his sword away and like tucks his shield back and he's like, well,
Well, at least it's not violent. That's a nice change.
violence only when it's necessary, like against these things. And he kicks one of the corpses.
Yeah, he seems like one of ours.
Hi.
So you are physically here. I was under the impression that was mostly impossible.
Yeah. We was getting chased by a bunch of very culty elves. And then we went through a mirror and then popped here into the Fade.
Yes.
Into a sort of a nightmare.
It's
and he,
kind of my gift to be able to come in and out.
and he
We're still working on the out part.
well, if you find a way, I would be much obliged. And he gives a little bow and he says, Warden Logain Mactier, at your service.
Oh, I need to roll for something.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Velika looks like she's on.
Oh, yeah, go ahead,
Bow
everyone who-
or curtsy,
Anyone who
or
thinks, aw,
she's kind of like does like a
'Cause-
half-hearted curtsy and then stops.
Oh.
I think Alan's going to lower the sword to keep the shield up.
Yeah.
And that's the extent of how that's going to go.
That's a familiar name. Are you the Queen's father?
Yeah, I think she's for real, and she's gonna put 2 and 2 together, I think.
mm-hmm. And he-
Well, seems
kinda-
we are in august company, everyone.
when are you guys
I'll take
not
a
in
deep
like
bow.
august company?
In September.
Sorry.
Are they royalty?
I just said in September.
August, yeah.
It's November.
So Trafford's having a bit of a crisis internally now, because she's like, Grey Warden, who, is stuck in the fate. I feel compassion. And then she's like, rich noble prick who got the king killed. And so she just kind of goes quiet.
It's the
just
direct
one
cause
king.
of everything that happened in the Dragon Age 1.
Yeah.
And two.
Well,
And yeah,
well,
and
sir,
two
yeah,
really.
it's a
Yeah, and by
great
extension.
honor to meet you. And we-
Um,
we are in dire need of some competent leadership.
He,
My name is Jade.
Wouldn't be
I'm
looking
a
for
butler.
competent leadership there.
I'll
She
introduce
mutters.
everyone one by one. This is Velika. She's a mage. That's Drafford, also a mage, and one of your Grey Wardens. And this giant figure is Alan. He's a mercenary, and as you can see, a Kunari.
Yes. So, my daughter, Honora, she is still well?
Oh, yes, perfectly fine. Doing quite an excellent job as queen, so also I've heard.
Of course she is. So, I know of no exits to this place. But if your friend here, and he kind of like looks at Velika, was able to bring you in, presumably she can bring you out.
Well, I was, and she looks around, not quite sure if she should mention the spirit.
It's gone.
Your spirit was
I-
Loghain all along.
It's less about
her-
knowing and more just getting a hunch.
The
Or just
spirit was
having,
much nicer than Logan.
more just getting a
Yeah.
hunch of what I need to do to go the right way.
You hero types are always like this.
Yeah, you'd know, wouldn't you?
What does that mean? Jade, what does that mean?
Fellow Ferelden, I see.
Yeah, thought the accent gave it away.
How are the Ferelden Grey Wardens? How are the Grey Wardens, actually, for that matter?
Mostly gone.
Oh,
Yes, the world is in quite an uproar. But I'm sure you'll be able to straighten all that out when we get back.
right. And somewhere in the distance is a horrible screech. And Logan, like, twitches in and is like, we should probably get moving. Don't
Yes,
want
let's
that
go in
thing
the
to catch us.
opposite direction of the screech.
And kind of starts leading you away.
See, this is what we've been lacking this whole time.
Alan will take
Jade, you're such a suck up.
Trev just shoots Jade the dirtiest look.
Someone who goes away from the danger. Like, what a revelation. What a breath of fresh air.
He's been fighting this thing for like presumably months.
There's like a little thing
He's
that,
been in here for a long time.
that shows up at the side of the screen that says Trafford greatly disapproves.
Yeah.
It's a little broken heart.
Yeah.
Would you perhaps care for some food or some water? Because we've been in here for quite some time. And I'll like rifle through my pack and give it.
And he'll take it and like just start scarving it down. He's like, I'm not really sure how it works. I seem to be sustained, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not really a magic type.
Well, we have two mages right here, and I'm sure with your direction, we'll be able to figure out a way out of here quite soon.
Well, I know where the Inquisitor and his friends exited. I could take you there, but it is very close to the nightmare.
What sort of thing is it exactly?
The nightmare.
Hmm?
Pan scraping noises.
Yes. That's what the nightmare sounds like.
My bro.
It's housework.
No.
That's like Jade's favorite
That is a
thing.
nightmare.
Yeah.
I agree, that is a nightmare.
It is a powerful demon who preys on your fears. Back when I met the Inquisitor, we were stopping it from preying on the Grey Wardens.
I
Who were being
mean,
led astray by it.
Hmm.
Also a demon army, so thankfully, I'm presuming the Inquisitor took care of that.
Oh yes, the Inquisitor has been quite successful.
He was trained to fight things like this.
I mean,
But
I saw things I was scared of already, so I guess if we're prepared for that, we stand a chance.
oh, you were already shown nightmares.
Does this thing encase you in crystal? Because then it's already gotten us once.
I have not run into that.
Huh.
And he like pulls out a notebook and starts scribbling in it.
Yeah, combs
Nightmare.
don't work well against it. Just FYI.
But
Yes,
I
shocking.
you know, I got you all out, and it's not like I'm
It's good job.
a warrior or
survived.
anything.
Yes, Velik is very powerful,
Your life
only
is
lacking in
lady.
experience.
Trap actually comes over to Bellica and does like a little side hug. It's like, yes, you did a great job. Thank you.
Hmm.
You must all be very capable to have escaped on your own like that.
We helped each other, of course.
Hmm.
Velika
I
sort
had
of
no one to help
mutters,
me. I've been alone for months.
Yes, it's very impressive. Truly, you
Velik,
must be a great man to have survived here for so long.
Velika crosses her arms and goes, "Well, I'd have more experience if I wasn't hiding in a hut all my life."
Are you
Hot.
all right?
It's a bit unsettling to be in the Fade.
No.
I'm used to it.
I appreciate that honesty. And he like points at Alan.
And Trapper's like, well, we're in the Fade, being chased by demons. I haven't had a good meal or booze in like 8 hours, so no, not alright.
Being mages, how much do you know about the Fade?
Why does everyone assume we know everything about the Fade?
I am not assuming that you know everything. I thought that perhaps we could pool our knowledge to figure out a way out of here.
Trapper does like the fry squint again because it's like, I don't like you, but that was a good point. Damn it. Sort of the
Damn it, a person
full
I
of
hate
things.
is making a good point.
look. Yeah.
How dare you?
Full of things we do not want to remember, but have to.
I just know I've been here loads of times. And last time I came here was because I was in danger.
Physically here? Most
Yeah.
mages dream of the Fade, as far as I'm aware. He kind of like
Yeah, that's about
does a
right.
held tilt at draft, be like, yes?
She dodges like, yeah, that's normally how it works.
Have you seen any dreaming mages since you've been here?
No?
Huh.
You see, nothing corporeal. It is why I thought that you were perhaps apparitions from a demon. When you do see dreamers, they're like ghostly spirits, I suppose.
Like that one.
Like my friend.
Yes. Perhaps it's a mage in the real world.
Friend. No, like incomplete, like wisps.
Yeah. I know those.
All right, you lot seem to know a lot.
Well, kinda.
And he kind of like puts his like just like.
Trav,
I just don't remember a lot. Okay.
Trav just
Alright.
looks at Logate and says, well, you learn a lot when you spend time as a boat, and just leaves it at that with no context, does not explain it at all.
I know, sir. I feel the same way. Aren't they all strange?
Jade, why are you
Right.
being so nice to him and so mean to us?
Because he's a
He's his
fool.
way.
This is simply how best his friend is.
He's his way.
And Velika like takes her hand off Jade and sulks.
Stretch the arm like, freedom.
I hate you.
Trav just goes over to Velika and gives her another hug and sticks her tongue out at Jade.
Don't worry, I'll forgive all your lack of manners if you can figure out some way to get us out of the Fade.
Well, he's gone. He was here, but he left as soon as we met.
I mean, he only appears when you're in danger. That's what you said, right? Clearly, we are in no danger with Tan Loghain around.
I am no longer a Terran.
Ah, yes. So unfortunate.
I was given a chance to redeem myself.
Well, I guess we go to where he said the Inquisitor is.
There is no longer a portal there, but perhaps we could find an area where the fade is thinner. I honestly don't really know how this works. I am not a mage.
Velika will figure out.
Sorry?
Very smart. So Velika will figure out. She's very smart.
Yes. She'll just sense it or something.
Are you aware of anything that might thin the fade?
Player question. Is there lyrium in the Fade? I can't remember.
There was in the first game. I'm trying to remember if there was anything like that in Inquisition.
Same. I don't recall. Because as I say, if there is, Draft will suggest, well, maybe we could stack a bunch of that up and blow it up and tear a hole or something. But I don't know if that's like the case or not.
Perhaps we can use one of those dreaming mages as some sort of bridge.
I mean, a mirror worked last time. Maybe
There are
that.
some of those around.
Oh, yeah.
I would have to remember the landscape changes sometimes. Makes it very hard to map this place out.
Don't worry. So we have the utmost confidence in your abilities.
I think an alarm is happening in my hallway.
I was hearing that.
I'm gonna be right back.
Go
Okay.
check that out while we just fawn over Tan Loghain.
Well, you
One
fawn
of you
over
fawns
Tan
over.
Logan. Yeah, one.
Yes.
Yeah. Tan
Alright.
Loghain, love that guy, but I'm also the kind of guy who loves
Hmm.
Gaston and General Ironwood from Ruby.
Okay.
That's the type of character that really just does it for me. The person who goes way too far.
I do like that with Loghain they made it so that he was just really interesting and not just kind of a dick, because they really could have gone that route.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a prick. That's the extent of it.
They're simply testing the alarms. My building is not on fire.
That's good.
That's
Hey.
good. That is very good.
So there might be a couple more short rings, but it should be done pretty soon.
Okay, cool.
All right. Anyone who wants to can make a cunning roll about
Let's
something.
roll.
Something
Oh, dang.
ominous.
Damn.
That's good.
That's a 20 with 6
good
stat points. That's a perfect roll.
one. Well done.
I'm just thinking about the Kuhn very badly. There we go.
Does the Kuhn say anything about the fade?
I think probably a
Doubt it.
no. Stop it. Stop it. Just
What
kill
was the cunning
everything.
roll?
Yeah. A big
Burn
no.
everything.
That's
For
not-
Velika and Alan, you're both kind of just like, this is a lot. And Velika's used to like, she's worried about, maybe you're worried about where your friend went. Alan is traumatized. Jade, when he says something about, do you know anything that would make the veil thinner or the fade thinner? You're like, haven't we? Like someone has said something about the veil recently. Draft, you get like a full-fledged flashback to an apparition of a dragon lady when you resurrected Flemeth, and she talked about Solus's plans to bring down the veil and how he had the Inquisitor activate elven artifacts that he said were strengthening the veil. But that seems now incongruous with Solus's plan.
Okay.
I'll leave you with that.
So yeah, Draft just is like suddenly staring blankly ahead for a few seconds. And
I'm
then
imagining it's like that, so Raven.
it's exactly what I was thinking. And then just kind of blinks for a second. It's like, right, you remember when we rescued Dragon Lady and she said the thing about the arsehole with the elven artifacts and it was strengthening the veil, but I kind of think it was probably the opposite. So, are there any elven artifacts around?
And like Logan kind of looks around, he's like, everything's kind of a ruin here. Do you know what it might specifically look like?
Does Strafford know what it might look like?
I believe she mentioned that it would be some sort of glowing orb.
Right. So sort of like a ball glows.
Ball that glows, and he kind of like looks around and like half the shit in here is glowing a dim green, and you're like, right.
But-
there is an awful lot of glowing things here.
But it'll look, elven-y and whatnot.
You are elves? What qualifies as elven-y?
Velika kind of touches her tiara. Doesn't know what else to do. I'm
That's
like,
dwarven make, dear.
oh, sorry.
Yes.
I don't know. It's like fancy with the filigree lines and stuff, but not like humans do.
Yes, we're not modern elves, we're all civilized now, but ancient elves.
And it like gives you a look like, okay. And pulls out his little notebook and starts like flipping through it like,
I'm sure you've seen some old elven ruins in your day.
there's a lot of ruins in here, and it's really getting hard to remember anything that is not here, if I'm being perfectly honest.
At this
I'm
point,
sure it would have
Velika
an
really
effect on everyone.
starts looking for the spirit friend. Like, properly, like, it has to be somewhere. It has to be some. She's frantically looking for her spirit friend.
And Logan continues going through his notebook, and he's like, I might have something that fits that description. If I can remember how to get to it, which I think I can. He's like, but I can take you to what I might be. Seems a better lead than anything else.
Yeah, it beats
Well,
standing
with you,
around
sir.
here. Trav just again side glances at Jade.
I love all of you so much.
These characters
So-
are great.
Logain kind of leads you around for a while. He goes down various different paths. Sometimes he'll start going down a path and he's like, no, this isn't right. And like backtrack and go a different path. And he's like, this place is the worst.
You're doing amazing.
You're never
Um,
this nice to us.
Trav
wants
just leans
power.
over to Belix. It's like, it's because he thinks he might get money or power out of it.
Oh.
Jade wants power. He's fine. He's who he
I
is.
just thought you actually cared about us.
He's complicated.
Fine,
And then
I guess. Not all of us can be highborn and rich.
Logan's like just pointedly ignoring all of your guys' drama. Like, right, I think it's this way.
Because Trav's a little shit. She's not gonna let him do that. She's gonna try to pull him into the conversation. Be like, and what do you think
Yes.
about is? Do you think it's fair that the highborn and rich get to have all of that?
Well, I was not born noble, so I am of the opinion that if you work hard enough, you can amass some amount of comfortable life.
Exactly.
Ruin all of it by trying to save your country.
Right. So just work hard enough, and everything will be okay. Is what you're saying?
Yes, you should try
Is
it
that
sometime.
a glow in the distance?
You've done it, sir. You saved us all.
And sure enough,
Trav is just loving it.
he has not dealt with people in so long. And then the first people are you guys.
And he regrets it. He's like, I
Like,
hate everyone.
I wish I had been left alone to die with the nightmare.
I almost feel bad.
He seems so unsettled. I feel real bad for him.
So sure enough, he does kind of like point and way down the path, and at the end of a slightly more open area seems to be something glowing a bit brighter than other things. He's like,
Wow, that looks promising.
it
What do you think, Miss
certainly
Travis?
does.
Draft goes up to it and pokes it with her boat oar.
We're pretty far from it
Careful.
right now.
Oh, okay.
Let's proceed with all due caution, though.
Yes, let's not just poke things.
And so you can kind of go down the path, and then as you come into the open space, Logain stops and he looks around and he's like, I don't like this. Because it's a big open space, and the glowing whatever it is on the other side of it.
You sense an ambush. Pull the bow.
It does feel like that.
Um,
I believe your crossbow is back with you now. We found it randomly last time.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it was in front of you.
A fake bullshit crossbow that's
A
actually
fake
not
bullshit
real.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I got a
I'll take it.
16. Actually, it should
Ah,
be
yes. Let's go into
18,
stealth after
actually.
loudly talking as we walked.
So yeah, Drath is just gonna hide behind Logain.
Logan kind of like he picks up a rock and he throws it in and nothing happens and he's like, I still don't trust this. He's like, all right, let's.
Valakity, are you sensing anything dangerous or otherwise?
This place, the further you've gotten into it, has felt more and more oppressive.
It doesn't feel good. But I
Well.
don't know what it is.
Your
But you
little
kind of-
friend hasn't popped up, so maybe that's good.
Or something's stopping him. Spirit?
There's no response.
He's not there. But it doesn't feel good.
And Logan
Well,
will
look-
kind of like, he kind of motions, he's like, okay, you all stay here. And he slowly starts to walk, shield and sword out now, into the open space. And he gets probably about,
Sir, we're not letting you do that alone.
and he like holds up a hand, he's like, stay there.
Damn it, a direct order.
And he gets about a third of the way in before he's like, okay, this is all right. And he relaxes a little. And the second he relaxes, a enormous something smashes into him and throws him across the room. And we're gonna go to break.
Oh,
Go
Every
grab
time.
snacks, drinks, whatever you need, and we will be right back.
Otherwise, I'll accidentally start combat again and will not take a break till the last 15 minutes.
we are back. And I think I was going to mention, right as the thing smashes into Logain, Draff is just going to like lean over to probably Velika, but also whoever just happens to be like right there, be like, oh, you hate to see it.
Oh no!
Oh, bless his heart.
I think all four of us just go.
Yeah. I said I didn't feel good.
Alan just kind of has a. Meh. That's what happens.
So he gets shoved back. You realize now that it is a giant spindly leg. He has got his shield up and he's kind of just been pushed back, but he does seem to be okay. And then into the arena crawls the most enormous, horrific, giant spider any of you have ever seen. It has far too many eyes, even for a spider.
Is this
I'd
one
like-
of those things that we're all imagining, or is that real?
Are you seeing a giant spider thing?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Spider.
Fuck's right.
Can I get everyone to roll initiative for me?
I don't have any mana.
Oh man.
Yeah!
Oh, good. It's stupid initiative that doesn't work. It's 14
How
Let's do your own
plus
math.
3.
how long has it been since the we were asleep thing?
19.
Like an hour at most.
Like an hour or a little less than an hour?
Why?
Because that depends on if I have to recast rock armor.
Yeah, that's a point. Rock armor lost an hour.
So you cast it when you got out, and then we had to get Alan, and then we had to get Jade, and then we met Logain, and then we kind of wandered around. You still have it, but it's not gonna last long.
Okay.
Yeah.
It took
Yep.
Logain a while to find the orb. Remember, he was.
We all kind of
Yeah.
wandered around aimlessly for a bit and
Mhm.
yelled at the fade.
Okay, it's saying I don't have a valid token, but I can't just tell you the roll.
We can
You
see
have
it.
You have
It
Okay.
said the same to me. We can
Okay.
see it.
That's
got
good.
a
It says
14.
exactly the same thing for me.
Okay, that's.
It lies.
Oh, I think it's probably talking about like some specific like actual turn tracker in the program.
Mhm.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah. Yeah,
I
it
need
does
to
that.
Write down these numbers.
I have a high
somewhere.
number, but it's not really there.
That's not what I wanted. Right list. Okay. The heck.
I go
Hick
first.
hack. What's your number? Oh, yours first.
Okay.
We all got 14.
I'll get 14.
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, I rolled 14, but I have significant pluses.
Right.
Total.
I told
Wait.
0, but it's not. I rolled a 4.
Oh, there's yours. It was up too high.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, where's Jade's?
Everyone rolled a 14, but got a 14, but Jade, who
Yeah.
has more than that.
And a
Fantastic.
million.
I got 4 stunt points.
Oh, I gotta roll for Logain too. Damn, Logain, you live like this?
Mhm.
All right, Jade, you're up first.
Hooray!
Friend, there's an enormous monster.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it with my bow. Heck, no funny business. No weird stuff.
I like that the music has gone to soft.
Right?
I have to turn that on to actually hear.
Wow. Come on. I got a 10.
Your arrow clinks harmlessly off of the enormous carapace of this. Do spiders have No, they wouldn't. Just
No, no, they do.
They do?
Yeah, but-
Okay, spider. It
Yeah,
bounces off
and
the
that's called-
spider hide.
The next
And then I'm gonna use whatever remains of my turn to get over to where Logain is.
Oh, Alright.
I think I'm going to use defensive stance twice if I can with the stunt points. To get a bonus to defense until the beginning of my turn.
So we had talked about stub points with regards to initiative. I think at some point, because usually it's whatever, you can do it. Sure.
Okay.
All right. So we have a myriad of people who rolled 14. You got the stunt points, so Giraffe, you can go first.
Okay.
I think I also got some stun points on that. didn't
Your dex is lower, so I'm going by
okay, that's
dex
fair.
and then stunt points.
I? That's fair.
Trying to decide what Draft would do here.
Difficult decision.
Yeah.
It's too bad she's too traumatized by offense magic.
Yeah, I think she'll run over to Logain and try to heal him.
All right then.
If that's something that she can do.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Very, very yes on the target number. That's the spell. Where's the thing? Okay. Does Dragon Die times 2 plus cunning, so that's 8, 9, 10 hit points back to Logain.
He gives you a very grateful nod.
I think Giraffe just goes, I don't read too much into it.
Malika, what are you up to?
Me?
That's you now.
Me now. I will cast Flaming Weapons,
Nice.
which
For
gives-
our resident mages, don't forget that you have not regained any mana
Yes.
points.
Yes, I know that, but I'm gonna cast Flaming Weapons, which makes my allies within 10 yards of me makes their melee weapons
The
fiery.
ranges on these spells are enormous.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been written by somebody who
So
doesn't
I-
understand how distance works.
That's what I'm
So-
wondering.
You get everyone who has a melee weapon, it's now fiery, and you get an extra 1d6 damage.
Nice.
Oh no, every knife I have on my person is suddenly on fire.
This spell does not harm the weapons it affects, so don't worry.
Yeah, not the
Selective
weapon,
fire.
but
Not
my
you.
clothes though. My
yeah,
clothes.
but it says readied weapons. Have you?
Oh,
Are you
oh.
holding 10
No.
daggers in your
No, no.
hands?
Oh,
Okay.
consider me chastised.
Actually, I was just thinking, given how far some of the spells go, like in Inquisition, these ranges actually might make sense.
A lot of these spells do have enormous range in Inquisition,
Yeah.
especially when you're like fighting the dragons and stuff, and everyone's all over the place.
Yeah.
Except for Barrier, which has the babyest range.
Right.
Mm.
So that's the one you would want a big range for, so clearly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, of
can't have
course.
it. It's not
Yeah.
allowed.
No. Fireball, however, we want you to be able to set fire to all of your friends.
Yeah.
Even if you're all split up to make sure that
Yeah.
you don't get AoE,
Yeah, no.
all of you explode.
Indeed.
Are you
So
doing anything else, Velika? Moving, or are you
That's-
staying where you are?
I'm staying where I am. I did that.
Excellent. Alan?
Alan's gonna battle trance. He is going to turn his head to Velika. And then he's going to say, Sten Kadan, orders.
I'm sure Velica understands this by now, and she's gonna go kill the spider thing.
Now you're gonna go kill the spider thing.
And your flame is your flame. Your weapon is on fire.
Yes.
So you get 1d6 extra. Damn.
I'm gonna- boop. It's 22 with 6 stun points.
Dear God.
You can hit.
Okay.
How would you like to use
just,
your step point?
Well, let me open
No, a
these a little
22
bit.
misses. You're all.
It's more than a tickle, let's say that.
It was a
6.
close thing.
I think I can do. Oh, I can do defensive stance for 1 right now. I think. Here's another one I can get fancy with. I'm gonna do the. See, I'm gonna do defensive stance and lethal blow. That'll take up exactly my. I think. Yeah, no, I'm
That
gonna
does
do.
sound correct.
Yeah, lethal blow and defensive stance. So. Right. Ugh. Mouse is being stupid. Okay. All right. So I guess I roll a boatload of damage. Is that what happens?
What does Draft have to do with this?
Well,
Instead of boatload.
she is 1 carry damage. Carry damage. Get
Nice.
damage. I unload and then apply. It's very straightforward. Okay, so I'm gonna roll damage.
Plus
And then-
1d6.
Okay, so
Plus anything from your stunt points.
yeah, so it's gonna be plus another 3d6.
Yes.
Can you also ignore armor? Because that's going to be real useful.
Yeah, so that's a 28 points damage.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Hi, Killian.
That is well over half of my health. Like my max health.
Really glad he didn't have flaming weapons and lethal blow when he hit you, huh?
Right?
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Okay, you gotta go.
Oh, kitty.
Kitty. Okay, that's some damage. I'm assuming you're gonna stay by Velica. Oh, actually, you would have moved in to attack one of the
Moving
legs.
to
Yeah.
attack. It was told to attack, so unless it tries to attack her, that is priority.
Who knows what'll happen?
That's true.
It's Logain's turn. He's gonna attempt to like shield bash the leg back away from him that has pinned him against a wall.
Be low key terrified of the Kunari.
A little bit. Well, he makes some dent. He manages to kind of like throw it back and then does a swing at it. Not nearly as much damage as Alan. But he's a sword and shield instead. Are you using two-handed right now?
No, I'm sword and shield.
You're terrifying.
Yes, he is. If I'd gone 2 weapons, then yeah, no, it would be. Yeah, you would have to do things that would that would TPK the party just to take Alan down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of attacking the party, it's the monster's turn.
Yay.
In response to Alan's absolutely outrageous blow, it rears back and then comes back down with all of its legs and lets out a horrible, horrible screech. I'd like everyone to make a self-discipline roll.
Oof.
Oh, 19. Nice.
And I got a 14. That's not terrible. I need to
Our
pick up
lowest is a
self-discipline.
12. That's pretty good.
Next level. I'm going to pick up self-discipline.
We might be a mess, but damn it, we're disciplined.
Also have courage.
Hey, I lived under floorboards. I know discipline.
Yeah. And I picked up a floor.
Mm.
Everyone but Giraffe, you feel a creeping anxiety. And there are flashes of things happening in your head. Terrible, frightening things. Giraffe, you feel the anxiety, but you're kind of able to like shrug it off. I have to roll for Logan.
I feel like this is a moment where Draft's like, "That's my secret. I'm always anxious."
Yes. This is a Tuesday for me.
Yeah. You merely adopted the anxiety. I was born into it.
Ooh, mood.
Right?
Folded by it.
Yeah. Oh god.
Everything I do is coping.
I had had 13 panic attacks by the time I was a man.
I think Draft probably does say something to it though. It's like, yeah, you're gonna have to do better than that.
It does not pay attention to you and kind of looks between. It seems to be looking. It like kind of moves as if it's looking between all of you before it rears up one of its giant legs to bring it down on Velica.
Oh,
Oh no.
shoot.
That's bad.
I'd rather not. Let's go very posh and British. I'd rather not.
If we could, we'd change that a wee bit.
If you do not mind,
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I would much prefer if you did not. Please.
Kindly reconsider.
it does miss you. You're quite small compared to it, but as it comes down next to you, clearly, vividly in your mind, you see flashes of bruised, bloodied bodies on the ground
Oh god.
near you,
Yeah.
and
I'm
they're
guessing-
super familiar. And then it's gone
Mm.
again, but it's like,
Yeah.
So then we're gonna go back to the top of the order with Jade. Jade, you are a bit shaken from the scream.
With a 16, really?
It's a fucking demon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not very, not like Velica, who keeps seeing stuff. Not
I
swearing
can-
is hard.
I will continue to
You're allowed
to run.
to swear here.
I
It's
know.
Okay.
Poop.
Maybe.
Okay. That's fair.
All right.
Pandora's box thing. It's, you know.
I continue to run to Logain's side, so
Mhm.
I'll be like a half a step behind him. And then
Mhm.
I'll reload the crossbow. I mean, don't worry, sir. I've got your back. And that's my turn.
Yeah, crossbows be like that, eh?
Mm-hmm.
They sure do.
You gotta get them stun points so you can quick reload, or get the I think there's a talent for that.
Mhm.
Anyway, Draft.
We're just gonna Bianca knockoff.
Ooh, yes. Mm.
My turn.
Biancoff.
That's amazing. Nobody's taken damage so far, right? Aside from Logain?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Then I will throw an arcane lance at it. 16 with 5 stun points.
That's a lot of stun points.
That'll hit.
Let's see what I can do with that. 5 stun points.
I think because it's a it's treated as a ranged attack, that it's not, you wouldn't use magic stunt points or stunts for it, so you can use the regular combat stunts, I think.
Yeah. That's the ones I'm looking at. I think I might just do lethal blow because that's exactly 5 stun points, so I'd add an extra 2d6 onto the attack.
Ripes.
So let's do
You
the
people.
damage. Plus so that is 14 damage. Which is actually quite a lot for Trav.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. I believe that it's Velica's turn.
Okay, I'm going to do the same. Well, I'm gonna. Is the thing right next to me now?
There is a leg right next to you. It did land exactly next to you. It's
Uh,
bristly.
Oh, ew. It's that close. I can feel it. Oh, no.
Mm.
No.
Pull one of the bristles out. Just like, yoink.
I'm gonna back away.
Tweezing.
Just do
Diversity was like, ow, ow, ow.
a quick
Stop that,
trauma
ow.
spa trip. Is that the?
I'm going to back away. And then I'm gonna cast Arcane Lance at this leg.
All right, hit it up.
Yeah. Right, let's get these thingies out of my way. Roll for.
We are
Y'all are
rolling,
rolling really well.
Very well.
Okay.
Suspiciously well.
I'm also gonna do lethal blow because that's.
I love it.
just-
Like
Mm.
this is supposed to be a horrifying experience, and all of you are just like, no, throwing just unreasonable amounts of damage at it.
So
You're
that's
welcome.
the first damage that I'm gonna add 2d6.
Mhm.
There. So 7 plus 6, that is 13 points of damage.
So, do your two arcane lances look different?
Mine looks like it's primal, so it's gonna look like woodsy. It's gonna be
Ooh, I
different
like
shades
that.
of green. That's what I've decided.
Pine cones. Just like
I think mine.
It's just a pine cone.
Yeah, one really like mother
It
of a pine cone.
explodes.
Yeah.
I think Drafts is like a rainbow colored
Yeah.
lance with like flame colored sparkles that go around it.
Little boat at the front.
Standard.
But yeah.
Like as you throw that, and it's like the spider's starting to look pretty like you've hit it. All of you've hit it for a lot. And in the
Except
back of your
me.
head, there's a whisper. That's okay, Jade. You're here for the moral support. You're so good at it.
it's true.
In the back of your head, you hear a little whisper like watch out.
Okay.
And then it's Alan's turn.
I'm going to shift and go attack the leg that's closest to Belica.
Sounds excellent.
And I cast Violence. No stunt points, but
Violence hits.
yes.
And you still get your extra d6.
Oh, yes, I do still
From the
get my
flaming
AC/D6.
weapons.
Yep. No. Oh, crap. I did that wrong. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
a 21. Wait, no. 23. I can't do... What is math? I don't even know. What is it? Somebody please tell me.
Baking. Baking is math.
Ah,
That's
okay.
chemistry. And
Sure.
math.
Chemistry math.
Yeah.
Delicious chemistry math.
Yeah.
We're getting a bit off track.
Yeah.
Or on track.
For baking episode.
Indeed.
Next episode. Bake Off.
Yes.
The great
The great-
latest thing. Okay. The thing pulls its leg back away from you, and screeches, not in the same way that it did before. Logain takes another slash at it and hits, because y'all are rolling really well, and does some damage. And that leg also pulls back, and the whole demon seems to kind of be pulling back.
Well struck, sir.
He like kind of gives you like right, okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Not used to this.
I mean, he is. He
Well,
would have
He would
sycophants
have
around him.
before.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
It's been a bit.
it's been a while. This is It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
And then the monster seems to pull into itself and become possibly small for the way that it looked before, and it lets out a horrible, horrible screech as it seems to like fold in on itself and become more humanoid in shape. It still has spider-like legs coming off of its back, but it is in more of a humanoid shape, and it says, "Enough!" And I will need everyone to make a self-discipline save again.
Guessing courage isn't good enough.
I'm gonna use my advantage on this.
Yes.
Courage is probably fine.
I rolled
Okay,
double
well,
ones. This is
Then that's
sad.
then that's gonna be a 19 and not a
Do I have
17.
anything left? Yes.
If my
I've
courage
also got
applies.
advantage.
The exact same roll. I just got 2 stunt points this time. Great.
Yeah, so mine's
There we
19.
go. That's better. I'm not gonna.
Nice.
I'm not gonna stick with the double ones. That's too pathetic. So I'm also gonna use one of the advantage
Advantages.
things.
All right.
A 13
Um,
is much better than a 7.
Now, standing where the spider was, floating slightly above the ground, is a man who seems to be robed in flesh, with spider appendages coming out of his back. Half of his face seems to be melting, and the other half is covered in eyes.
Ew.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Granddad?
And he looks at Logan and he's like, "You think with friends you will be able to survive?" Logan's like, "I don't know if we're friends, but
But this one seems to really like me.
I think. Can Draft hear that? By the way.
sure." Yeah, you're right next to him.
So yeah, she's gonna call it. Oi, ugly! You're making a lot of presumptions there.
I'll try to guide Logain over to the orb thing. To slowly move over towards it.
And the newly more humanoid nightmare says, "None of you are getting out of here alive." And suddenly, all you can hear is skittering noises coming in from everywhere around you.
Oh no.
I think this is where we run. And I'll run towards the orb, making sure that Logain also runs towards the orb.
Logan is moving towards Velika and Alan to get. To,
No,
like,
no,
meet
no,
with them.
no, towards the orb. Doesn't get a choice.
Would you like to might roll against him to
Yes.
pull him?
Yes.
All right.
I don't have any of that, but yes.
Please roll to man.
A 9. Wow.
He shrugs you off like
That's
nothing.
strong.
He's very
Sir,
strong.
you've got to get yourself to safety. You're too important to die here.
Your friends are back there.
Who?
Trav, you were right beside them.
Draft just looks at Jade, just like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, if you could see the utter betrayal in Velika's eyes.
We're gonna move a
Utter
little bit
betrayal.
out of combat because this is about to get into a level of overwhelming. Alan and Velika, what would you like to do faced with this new level of threat coming in at you?
I'm still at least partially battle tranced.
Mm-hmm. Velika?
So I'm
Has everyone else started running?
Well, Jade's certainly trying, and he has yelled it.
I'm going to yell to Alan and go, Alan, let's run.
that's what it'll do. Possibly
Run
even
around,
maybe, like
run
pick
away
her
from the
up
orb.
and maybe like swing by, whoop.
I think. Draff is also gonna run, and I think she's gonna try to use her oar to like see if she can push Jade a little bit behind her as they're both running.
Trips Jade with
Full on trip.
her.
Not trip him. She's not that mean, but just sort of like, you know, use it to sort of like, nope, you slow down so I can get ahead of you.
Oh, I should probably make a roll to go faster because I have a limited speed because of my armor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
That would be what? Strength, con? I'm not sure what that would be. Or-
Well, let's take a look see at the things we can do. There's so many things. Perception, magic, constitution, tricky rowing. Yeah, let's do. Well, there's a running. There's running under constitution. Yeah.
Okay, so we do a constitution roll. 15.
You're making pretty
Okay.
good pace. The nightmare does move to intercept you. And all behind you, you can hear the noises of things approaching.
I'm gonna put my shield in front of me so I can just battering ram.
Seeing
Only
as how Alan and Velika have started running, Loghain has started running with the other two of you to get to the orb. But when he sees the nightmare going to intercept them, he cries out. He basically says, "Don't engage! You cannot win against that thing!" And Alan, would you like to do a might roll to try and shield bash into this man? Or not man, monster?
Yeah, so... Might... Oh, it's not giving me the +2. That's weird. Yeah, so that should be an 18.
Okay.
That's an 18.
So you smash into it. It doesn't fully get out of the way. You definitely push. And it digs back and is slowing down your ability to run past it. And behind you, you can hear the things getting closer and closer. And Velika, that is when you hear a voice. And it is the same voice that you are very familiar with. And it says, "It's gonna be okay. Keep running." And there is now a light in between you and the nightmare that pushes it away and opens up a line of sight to the orb.
I'm just gonna repeat that and say, "Keep running. We'll be okay."
You run to
That's
the
what I
orb.
do.
It glows brightly. All of you kind of arrive. You two and Loghain arrive a little bit first, and it's like, what are we supposed to do with this? And Velika and Alan arrive kind of in a... Oh, there it goes. It's theatrical time, so my brain had to shut down.
Hate it when that happens.
Velika and Alan, you arrive at the orb too, and it's there, it's glowing. It looks like a weird elven artifact.
I grab it.
And it burns in your hand, and the light begins to envelop you. And Velika, somewhere farther away, amidst the sounds of a lot of strain, you hear, "You have friends now. You're safe. I will always love you." And then you all are enveloped in light and spill out in the middle of a forest in front of a ramshackle hut. And
Including
that's where we're going
Loghain?
to end it. Oh,
Because I would make sure.
he definitely was
Show up?
enveloped with you. And yes, Loghain is there.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to call it.
Excuse me. Oh, that was great.
We did it, everybody.
Oh.
We saved Loghain. Campaign over. That was the whole point.
This is Paladin's goal the whole time.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Everything else, gravy from here on out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really good. we're gonna go on a raid, but before we do, I want to give everybody a chance to say their favorite part, where we can find them, anything they like to share or plug. We'll go reverse order from how we started. So we'll start with Hannah.
Jade's spawning. Jade's just. I'm so glad I decided to do this. Because just getting to see Jade be such a suck up was so good, and then Velika pouting about that he never treats them that well. Yes, I think that was my favorite. I loved that a lot. Where you can find me, possibly here next week. We'll see when the next time we get to be here again to deal with the aftermath of leaving the Fade.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be
Could
here on the
one
3rd
big party.
'cause Final Fantasy's coming out.
That's fair.
Sorry, continue. I'm done now.
You're good. Yeah, next week is it'll be day after Thanksgiving for us US folks. So still trying to figure out if that's going to line up with everyone's schedule to do it, but
Yeah.
I will tweet about it sometime in the next week if we're yay or nay. B, what was your favorite part? Where can people find you, and anything you want to share or plug?
Just the Neon Devils thing again. You know, J.R. Belliston or Troll and Prettiest Princess. You'll find me, or not. I don't know. I don't know what your skill set is. There's a couple. This had so many like beautiful little moments, like Graf being asleep.
That was fun.
I also weirdly really enjoyed working through doing traumatized Alan. Like there's something about that was really interesting because I get to like explore a whole different set of things with him that he normally doesn't deal with. He's just sort of like I just don't think about that, and this whole situation has sort of forced him to think about a bunch of stuff. He's not good at thinking. So
I wish we could have interacted with it a little more. Right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be totally honest, I don't think it's going to be solved anytime soon.
Right, but the rest of us don't even know what's going on. We're just like, it's a little off.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll think like when you come out of the Fade and it's like, oh, everyone should be back to normal now, and he's still being traumatized.
Yeah.
It might bring some alarm bells for people.
Well, and if he in any way recognizes that house, then they're going to be then it's going to be clear something is wrong.
That should be the thing. Yeah.
That'll be the thing.
Like when the rest of us are burning Velika's parents and roasting marshmallows to celebrate getting out of the Fade, he's going to be sad still.
Okay.
Like, why though?
There was a getting out of the Fade at the end of that. That's good. For a second there, I thought we were celebrating Belika's parents' death.
That too.
That's
funerals are where you celebrate people's lives.
Yes, particularly people that you don't know or know anything about. Party time!
Anina, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you, and anything you want to share or plug?
I really enjoyed seeing a different side of Alan as well. Our usual comedic relief being quiet and withdrawn. That was really, I enjoyed that, seeing another side. I'll be here whenever our next session is, and you can also find me on YouTube as the Awkward Actress or on Bardic Quest, which is a D&D 5e playthrough where I play the Viking fighter Saga. She's kick-ass, so watch that. Bardic Quest and the Awkward Actress.
Highly suggest both.
Awesome. And then Paladin, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I mean, I love Loghain, so Loghain was my favorite part, easy. But I also enjoyed the giant spider. That was fun.
That was really cool.
That's it. I really enjoyed the design of that thing in the game as well. So it's fun to get it to show up here. You know?
Yeah.
I was really trying to impress about how outmatched you all were by this thing, and then you just kept like
Easy.
pouring damage on it.
Yeah.
Like, how do I make them understand that this is not a thing they can win against?
It's tough. You know,
Flood
when
them
they're-
with 1,000,000 of them. Okay, now we get the hint.
Yeah, I mean,
Dice
that was
system.
effective. I just assumed it had like 1,000,000 hit points, and eventually we're going to be like, are we even doing anything here?
yeah.
Yeah, I just assumed eventually Velika would go, you should probably stop hitting that out. And then until then he would just be like do 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 do.
I assumed it was going to end with Logain again sacrificing himself so we could escape. So I was like, that's not going to happen no matter what.
No,
I'm going
this
to be
time it
like
was-
exactly next to him, making sure that is impossible.
This time it was someone else.
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh.
Well, you know, a
Something else.
spirit. This is where he belongs. It's fine.
It's where he belongs, being eaten by a giant spider.
I mean, the moment we got out, he could have just run away. Yeah, great session. Really enjoyed this. I'm
Very
looking
good.
forward to next time, seeing
Oh,
how
I
Alan
escaped so
Trauma
much.
thing goes. That should be
Me
fun.
too.
Plus the whole marshmallow thing with the parent burning. Good
I love
time.
the idea that Jade has had marshmallows on him this entire time.
Yeah, special occasion.
You're just going to be gnawing on marshmallow while Velika's, rocking herself and sobbing in the corner. Do, 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 do.
You get
Oh,
marshmallows.
Amazing.
This is called a small.
We are done. No longer be straight.
Trap's like, small what? Just gonna
Where
pull
can
a,
we?
just gonna pull a small.
Oh right, next. God, I'm still wrapped up in the game.
Oh,
Let's see. Next Sundays over on Uncanny Adventures, where I play Holt, the pirate paladin who tries to make friends with all the evil pirates. We are underway, and now we have come across another pirate ship that's been attacked by the fucking navy. So we are going to pull alongside that ship of navy people, and we're going to kill them all, thus saving the other pirates and making more friends of evil pirates, which is the goal. So hooray! Also, there was a lot of reshuffling in what people were tasks were on board the ship, which was really fun. There's this one problem character. I think we've got him in a position on the ship now where he's going to be happy, and I'm like really excited to see that happen. Let's see. Other than that, Mondays over on Weave the Tale. I'm in an alien game where I play Gerald, who's quite a pickle now. So we're in the jail. I'm not in the jail per se, but like several of the other party members are, and one of the NPCs is in the jail, and he just exploded. So yeah, and there was one of those burstery chest creatures in there. So there's quite a bit of danger, especially since we don't really have a surplus of keys for the jail. So tune in to see how that goes. And then Tuesdays over on Polished Cryptid's channel, I play Domrain, the Githzerai noble fighter who is in quite a pickle as well. I have been cursed by, I presume, Loth, the goddess of spiders, after I burned her in effigy in the previous episode, and she apparently is displeased. So Domrain is trapped. Every time he tries to go to sleep, he sees his uncle dying in front of him over and over. And he wakes up getting another exhaustion level and psychic damage. So that's fun. That's a good time.
Yikes.
Yeah. And
Fun.
then I'm back here.
Awesome. That just leaves me. My favorite part. It's hard to pick one because the whole thing was really fun. I really enjoyed Jay just being like full on. I'm with Logade now. And the party just being like, wow. That was fun. I also thoroughly enjoyed just the absolute awkwardness of Draft talking to Loghain, and purposefully making it even more awkward because it's funny. In particular, the part where Giraffe's basically just like the Dragon Age equivalent of someone being like, going up to a rich person and be like, hey, let's talk about capitalism and the problems with it.
Yeah.
And then just be like, I'm uncomfortable.
So the capitalist would be like, I've never experienced any of these problems. I'm sure
But
you're
that's the
just
thing.
imagining things.
I don't think
Is that
those are
Logain
real.
did not start out as a noble. He was brought
Yeah.
up to the level of
Yeah.
Terran
Because he's just so awesome.
because he saved the country
is-
from invaders.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is one perspective to look at the data. Yeah.
He did do that with Merrick.
He did, yeah.
Yes, that is one perspective to look at the data.
He then immediately doomed his country.
Well. I mean,
Kind of.
Yeah.
no, I was
The
just going to say
jury's
that
out.
a couple of times and then completely agree. So no, he totally did. Yeah.
Fallen dragon, that's pretty badass.
Yeah. Anyways, I particularly enjoyed that, but the whole thing was amazing, and I've thoroughly loved this whole campaign. It's been just incredible storytelling. Where you can find me next will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. GMing Animus Violentus, where our
New
party.
Skeeter.
Yep. Where our party is trying to make a deal with one of the 6 ruling corporations, which,
To make everything worse.
yeah, 'cause making private deals with those corporations always goes super well for everyone who tries that. It's gonna be great. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to that. And then that's it for this week. And the next week will be Tuesday. We'll have our counterpart Dragon Age group with their campaign on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Possibly Wednesday we'll have more paranormal investigations over on YouTube. It's the day before Thanksgiving here in the US, so kind of depends on schedules. We'll see. Thursday is Thanksgiving here, so we won't have our Elite Bebeskar next week. And then we'll be back potentially next Friday for more of this. We just have to double check a couple schedule things. So that's the next week. And then other things to share or plug is our sponsors, which are Fundamental RPG, which is a simple D20 system. It's not tied to a genre, so you can use it for any style of game from high fantasy to sci-fi and everything in between. We use it for Animus, for example, of sci-fi use. And you can pick up the physical copies on Amazon, or if you prefer a PDF, you can pick that up on coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled at the bottom of the screen. Our other sponsor is Die Hard Dice. Go check all of their stuff out at dieharddice.com. Use the code ANIMUS, that's with a capital A. You can get 15% off of your order until December 20th, and then it goes back to the normal 10% for that code. If you're looking for a metal set, I highly recommend the Mythica Dreamscape Nightshade set. It's gorgeous. There's a link to it in chat. Or for polymer, we have the Blackfeather Avalor set that Die Hard made for Blackfeather Guild. There's a link to that in chat as well. They're really pretty. They have sort of like a raven feather sort of coloration to them, so they shift a lot in the light. And it comes with a Blackfeather Guild sticker. So very cool stuff. It's a limited run though, so they will run out. So get them before they do. And then also go check out Checkmate over on Kickstarter. It is a urban fantasy TTRPG with a chess theme that I did some fiction writing for, and we'll be doing some art for. You can check that out. There's a link in chat, or just go to Kickstarter and look up Checkmate TTRPG. Should pop right up. And I think that's everything. So we're gonna go on a raid. We're gonna go raid Tabletop Horde. Virginia's awesome. If you're not following her, definitely do so. And then go say hi. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.